Hi, Kathy again. I just want to develop this idea of Feng Shui and how we use the 5 elements in the essential oils and the aroma. How do we bring in an aroma? Now remember that there are 5 elements that are it's the base of Feng Shui. Red for fire, yellow for earth, white for metal, blue for water and green for wood. So what would it be like if I brought in what's called a fire aroma? What would that mean? That would mean bringing in a blend of oils that creates a fiery, warm atmosphere. The kind that you might find at Christmas when people want to be warm. So the oils that I would be mixing would be, first of all, let's get the carrier oil in the bottle. Once you've done that, preferably using a funnel, then you mix your blend of essential oils. These are essential oils. They come in 50ml bottles, but they tend to come in these size bottles, 10ml. So what would create a fire energy? So if you wanted people maybe perhaps having a party or something like that, and the kind of oils you're looking at would be orange, essence of orange. So you put in 3 drops of orange oil. So this should come out pretty fast, but all these bottles have a dropper on them. So 1, 2, 3, 3 of orange, sometimes called sweet orange, and then 2 drops of cinnamon. 2 drops of cinnamon, so 1, 2 drops of cinnamon, and then 2 drops of black pepper, 2 drops of black pepper, and then 2 drops of clove. So you can imagine this is a very spicy kind of oil, very spicy. Then when you would need a little stick just to blend these oils together. These are the essential oils. So this is the fire element. You would even possibly use this if you were wanting to create some energy in your business space. So you put these oils, once you've put in the carrier, into the funnel, allow it to go down, take the funnel out, just give it a little lock, and then put the top on and give it a good shake, and then when you take the top off, delicious. You've got the smell of orange, a hint of orange, but with cinnamon and clove and black pepper. Now you put the lid on and you put it in your fridge, leave it to settle. When you come the next day to put it in the burner, then it will have a little more distinct, it's more, almost like marinating that aroma. But that's the energy of fire. It's passion, it's dynamic, it's uplifting. So that's the fire energy, and on the next slide we'll be doing the earth energy. Okay, good. Hi, Kathy here. Last time we looked at the fire energy and how we bring that into our homes and businesses through aroma. Now we're looking at the earth aroma. What does it take to blend a beautiful aroma which allows you to relax, take out all that stresses, and immediately when you walk back into your environment you feel down to earth, you feel calm, you feel peaceful. And this is the power of the earth element. So what do we need? I'd like you to get yourself an essential oil called benzoin, benzoin, benzoin. This is a resin. It takes a long time to come out the bottle. You might even have to take off the stopper just to allow it to come in to your blender. And it's got the smell of balsam, but also slight vanilla. Put this in the bottom of your mixer, and I want you to bring in frankincense. So you want 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of benzoin, and I want you to bring in 4 drops of bergamot. which smells a bit like lemon. And you mix this like this. You have a little wooden stick and you mix it around. And once again, you put this into your bottle. Give it a good shake with the top on, good shake. And then you can bring it into your burner, or you can put it in your fridge, allow it to settle for some hours or a whole day. Go back, give it a good shake, and this is a beautiful aroma. And I have personally found that people coming into my environments, whether it be in a business or office or home, they've always commented on how that aroma has affected them. Remember that aroma, the olfactory nerve, affects our memories as well as our emotions. And that's why when we smell something, it reminds us of a time or a place in our Kathy here. We've already done the fire energy and brought our blends together to create a passionate and dynamic aroma for your home or your business. Then we've done earth element, how to create that relaxing, down-to-earth feeling, perhaps when you come home from work. And then we're now looking at the element of metal, often indicated by the colour white, grey, or actually metallic colours like copper, silver, gold, palladium, platinum. And the metal element is about how we think. And for a lot of us, we're in our heads all the time. So we're very metal, and obviously that's got a lot to do with computers. So we're in the age of information, and our minds never get a rest. But if you actually need to be in your mind for a business decision or negotiation principles, then this is the metal element you need to be flowing in. And one way of bringing that into your environment is creating that very aroma that will help you become very focused and motivated and uplifted. So once again, you get your bottle with ordinary almond oil, you pour that in through a funnel, and then you blend the oils to create that metal element. So what are the oils you use for metal? The first is 4 drops of rosemary. Rosemary wakes you up, so don't use this blend after 7 o'clock at night because it will keep you awake. How do I know that? Because I've tried it. So then you want 3 drops of basil into the mixer. That's basil, 3 drops of basil, and then 4 drops of lemon. So you blend that together, you mix that with a wooden stick, tiny wooden stick, maybe, or even an earbud if you want. And that aroma can then be poured into your oil in the bottle and give it a good shake, and either put it in the fridge or you can use it right away. The blend is beautiful, but this blend, this metal blend, is designed to keep you awake. You want to be awake, you want to be focused, you want to be aware of what's going on around you in your business. So this is in effect the business blend, because it will keep you awake and it will keep you focused. Basil is very good for memory, so that's why we're using that in this blend. And lemon is very uplifting. So what better blend to use and what better aroma to have is that metal blend. Stop that now. Hi, Kathy here. Been doing the 5 elemental Feng Shui aromatherapy blends. And we've done the fire, the earth, the metal, and now we're on to the water element. And the water element is good for the emotional side of our lives, wanting to also flow, have more flow in our lives, not to feel upset all the time or blocked. So what kind of oils would I put together for the element of water? Well, first of all, we need to put our almond oil in the bottle via the funnel, and then we get our blends for the water element. One of them happens to be lavender. So we want 4 drops of lavender into our mixer dish here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of lavender. Then we're going to go for 3 drops of juniper or juniper berry. And that'll be 3 drops into that blend there. And then I want to look at using 3 drops of fennel. This is an amazing oil. It's all about flow, it's all about not just uplifting, but a flow within yourself. So when you smell this, 3 drops of fennel, lavender and juniper, you give it a good stir, then you bring it in to the almond oil through there and you mix and shake, okay, with the top on, shake it, and then you can put it into the burner. And this is very good for stabilising your feelings. You're not too up, you're not too down, you're just able to flow steadily. Try it and see. And then finally we come to the wood element. And the wood element is all about growing and not going too to one side or the other, having a happy medium. And what kind of oils would you use for the wood element? And it's quite down to earth really, it's about the wood. So once again, do what we've done with the other oils. Almond oil in the bottle, and then mix with this mixer bottle. And I'm looking at 4 drops of sandalwood, 3 drops of rosewood, and then 3 drops of geranium. And these oils allow you to be quite earthed, but also with wood you're much more flexible, like a tree, you're flexible. Hi, Kathy here. We've done the 5 elements, fire, earth, metal, water and wood, for creating that special aromatherapy Feng Shui effect in your environment. As you know, that aromas are very important in how people feel and react when they're in a business environment, office or home. So we've already done fire, earth, metal and water. What about the wood element? And the wood element gives you the ability to be flexible and malleable and very rooted, like a tree, rooted in the earth. So what kind of oils would we use to create a wood element effect in your home? So we put the almond oil in the bottle through the funnel. That's just no aroma, it's just a carrier oil to carry these special essential oils into the burner. So what I want you to do for wood is put in 4 drops of sandalwood into your mixer. 4 drops of sandalwood, 3 drops of cedar wood. So this can be construed as quite a male oil because of the woods, and these are the kind of oils they use in aftershaves. And then we want 3 drops of cypress. So we've got lots of woody blends there. And then just put in 2 drops of geranium just to take off the edge of the woody feeling, the woody effect. So that's sandalwood, cedarwood, so 4 drops of sandalwood, 3 drops of cedarwood, 2 drops of cypress and 2 to 3 drops of geranium. Do a good blend, and then when it's blended you put it in the funnel into your almond oil, give it a good shake and then into the burner. So can you see how, you know, everyone's in a different place, different space at any one time of the day. This is the whole concept of the Feng Shui 5 elements. And you need a little bit of these vibrational energies throughout the day. I think most of people, when they get home from work, one of the most important ones is to feel earth. And so this is one of the most relaxing oils, and so is the wood, because it makes people let go of where they've been for the day. If you're going out to a party or you need to be very impassioned for a business meeting, then the fire element and the metal element. And if you want to just kind of be more neutral and have a more emotionally equilibrium, then the water element. But you can use a bit of each. But the 5 elements are the crux in which Feng Shui actually works. and I have given you all the essential oil blends that you can use in your burner to create one or other of these 5 elements, which are all important in your world of aroma. If you want to know more, contact me on wealthyspaces@gmail.com. That's Kathy at wealthyspaces@gmail.com. Thank you.